Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Never Open Podcast, the podcast open to everyone. My name is Luke. I'm your host of the Never Open Podcast, and with me, as always, is Mr. Andy. Say hello, Mr. Andy.
Hello, Mr. Andy, and hello, Luke, and hello, listeners. And today we're going to talk about the New Japan Cup Finals, and we were kind of poopy on the end of the tournament, but this show is awesome. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh, shooters in the fall. I have to admit, my response to the final match and the tournament in general might have been different if the finish was a little different, but the match was awesome either way. But yes, we're going to talk about the end of the New Japan Cup and all the stuff that happened on that show. But first, there are ways that people can contact and interact with us if they wish to. We're on the Blue Sky. Look us up, Never Open Pod. You can find us through there as well. If you want to send us a written or voicemail, you can do that too. At neveropenpod@gmail.com. Also, if you have any of that banks money, kick it our way. We have a Teespring store where you can get merch that'll make you look never as back. See? Look at that. Dun, 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 dun. Get one. Look, I'm pointing at it. Oh, but I can't see that. I'm going for a walk with my headphones on. Well, fuck you. We're on YouTube.
Yeah,
but we're on YouTube. Yay.
Yeah, and if you're driving, stop. Just look at the screen. Don't look at the road.
Yeah,
come on.
That's right. Stop, baby. What's that sound? Get another podcast shirt, please. Yay. We got a Teespring, so do that. Also, YouTube, Never Open Podcast. Yay, give us a share and a like and a subscribe and all that stuff too, please. And thank you. Yay. Professionalism. It's my job.
Luke, we have Walker, Texas Stewart, and Chris Charlton on this on the call, and I'll try to keep my issues to a minimum as far as complaints. Walker was awesome, but we also have the triumphant return of a segment. This venue has some of our best reviews, Google reviews ever. Some of the silliest ones we've ever read is from this venue, so we had to bring it back. It's City Hall Plaza at Aori and Nagaoka. And Luke, I believe I sent you a review of this venue.
Yeah, you did.
Is it funny?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. And just to prove it, I'll read it out loud this time.
Oh, okay. That sounds like a plan.
I've been awake for half an hour, people. All right, 45 minutes. All right, here we go. Bench seats are narrow and hard. My lower back and pelvis feel like they're about to collapse. 1 star.
I like that one. That's funny.
It's like that uncomfortable chair situation from Disco Elysium. Yeah, anyone who's played that will know what I'm talking about.
It's like that, but it's also like this thing that's happening. And I think that this guy is pretty funny and kind of dramatic. His pelvis was going to collapse because he sat on the bench. Relax, buddy. But you know. I also have a Google review, and it goes a little something like, and it is, that was many years ago when I used a free 30-minute consultation with a lawyer on the first Friday afternoon of the month. The previous person went 5 minutes over the scheduled time, and then I arrived. However, we were kicked out after about 23 minutes. I can't forget the old man on the staff who glared at me and said, "The next person is waiting." And I didn't even leave a good impression. They didn't leave a good impression on me. I like the building and the atmosphere, though. 1 star.
How do you like the atmosphere? The fucking people working there are glaring at you and saying you're taking too much time.
So I guess they're like... There was a lot of things in the reviews about going to see a lawyer there. So I guess it's like free, you get free legal advice there. But, you know, if you go over or you go under, you get glared at by old men. And the atmosphere is pretty good, though.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, my goodness.
I bossed the end. I'm sorry.
No, it doesn't matter. But so, all right. So is there like, because they're all conference hall places, you know, some of all these venues, right?
Mm-hmm.
just like is one of these just like some dude's law officers,
I think
something
it's
like that.
maybe you gotta go do your taxes there. I don't know, something like that. Some kind of government. It's a governmental city hall gymnasium number 3, so it's for the people to do their things.
That's right.
Now, Luke, we did have a pre-show match on this
Mm.
card. Did you notice this?
Yes, I do. I did. All right, New Japan. It's nice that you remind me of this, but sometimes, like, I have to hurry up, eat my dinner, get stuff ready, and sit down. And I'm like, "Yay, let's go!" Oh, it's the pre-show. It's over now. I'm gonna wait another 15 minutes. Just start the show. So,
Yeah,
yes,
or just watch it later, and then you don't have to worry about that.
no,
So.
I didn't do that. Yeah. So, what is this pre-show?
It's good. Would you like me to talk about it?
I would absolutely love that.
Okay, it's Ishii and Yano versus Yoshihashi and Murashima. And I'm thinking, okay, there's like 2 guys I'm interested in this match, that are in the match. And I'm like, I don't know. But man, this match is fucking awesome. And like the crowd is insane. Murashima comes out with burger wrap on his poor shoulder. It's the same. It's the cursed shoulder too.
That's
So
right.
that's extra curse now. It's all greasy. But Ishii just starts talking shit to Yoshihashi, all right, while he's just kicking Murashima's ass at the beginning of the match. And then he walks into the corner while Murashima's trying to slap him and trying to hit him, and just stands there and puts both arms on the ropes and just stands there looking at him, because unfortunately his attacks have no effect. It's really great. That was fun. Yoshihashi gets a little shit in on Ishii, and I don't like it. Yoshihashi does, and he somehow botches he almost botches it, the hair pull Yano spot. Like he just doesn't bump, and Yano's like, whoa, and that's to reach way out to grab his hair. That was funny. Then we get more destruction of Murashima from Ishii, and it's great. And then Murashima's like, you know what? I've had enough. And he slaps the shit out of Ishii. I mean, like, shoot slaps. It was like backstage, he was like, just go for it, kid. He's like, right,
slap the shit out of me. He's like,
wow.
For sure? Are you for real, Ishii-san? Yeah, man, go for it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. He did. So, and then he gets the running forearm. Ishii takes a big bump, and Yoshihashi saves him from being thrown into the exposed turnbuckle. Like, okay, so how this works is Ishii's like trying to push Yano's exposed turnbuckle. Ishii's going to push Murashima into the corner, but Yoshihashi appears. He kind of isn't there on time. It's weird, and he grabs Murashima, pushes him. He can never do anything smooth. It's got to all look like that. But he pushes him out of the way, saves him, right? And then Murashima kills everyone. And it's great. He gets a power slam on Ishii and almost wins with a great surprise roll-up that kind of was 3. It was 3. And then sack of potatoes, Saito suplex. But Murashima kicks out. Oh my God. And then Ishii grabs him. And he grabs him the fuck out. But that match was fantastic, man. I love that.
Yeah, you can slap me, man. You can slap me as much as you want and as hard as you want. Really? And she's like, oh, yeah, of course. You're not going to do anything to get me back or nothing? No, of course I am. Fuck, I'm going to suplex you like a sack of shit and then brab you in half. Ouch. Joe Makato knows what those kinds of brabs feels like. Tanahashi injured him out.
Yeah, man.
President Tana, everyone loves him. Breaks young lions.
Yeah, he's still out. That's right. He's at the shows, though. He's there. He's just chilling. Maybe maybe trash talking young lions. Fucking politicking and getting that spot. Who knows? Learn from Marty.
All right. So the show proper starts. And all right, I like the match, but just let me explain that I think this whole situation is fucking dumb. El Phantasmo comes out and he's like, hey man, hey Kevin. Fucking open challenge, man. Bro. Nipples or something, kissing everyone. It's fucking open challenge. I'm like, it's not open challenge. 2 motherfuckers pinned your ass. It's a challenge. I wonder who's coming out for the open challenge.
Did you like
this? Somebody else who didn't pin your ass? Because that would make more sense. Is it? No, what is that?
I like this.
I like it too. Just let me get this out. Then the fucking hand comes out. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting out. They won. Yes. It's Great-O-Khan. All right. And then he turns heel because he's like, nah, it's TJP. And I'm like, oh, you son of a bitch.
Well, He does kind of turn heel, actually.
He does.
And
Yeah,
it's
I'm talking
important though, because there's got to be other heels in the company besides Hot. Hot can't be the only heels. So
I know they try. I like Bullet Club. War Dogs are supposed to be heels. Well, guess what? No one wants to boo Gabe
not
Kittle
anymore,
Driller.
man.
It's not happening. It is not happening. Hate always finds a way. Yeah, no one hates you anymore, Finley. Shut up with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
No one. You're Gabriel Kidd's friend. See, so no one wants to boo. There you go. He's getting the fucking kid rub.
But this is the TV title closed challenge, is what my notes say.
That's right.
So.
But this fucking closed challenge, yeah,
never
right.
open challenge.
There's fucking too many face nerds. I'm like, you don't. I want to talk about that later. So let's not talk about that now.
Can't wait.
So it's an Empire. Oh, it's an Empire guy. What a freaking shocker! And we get some pretty goddamn smooth kind of junior lucha style.
Yeah, but hang on. We got to talk about how this happened, right? So Great-O-Khan's hand comes out, and you're like, oh, Great-O-Khan's going to be answering the challenge. But it takes him forever. And then he and TJP come to the ring, both in their gear. But when they get to the ring, Great-O-Khan opens the ropes for TJP, and TJP goes in, and he is the one who challenges ELP, and and the crowd loved it, and the crowd was like, "Whoa!" When Great-O-Khan opened the ropes, they couldn't believe it.
Oh yeah, and TJP and Great-O-Khan have been having words backstage because, hey, the words are, "Hey, if you win, awesome, TJP, sweet, Empire Boys got the title, let's go. Hey, if you don't win." Here's the plan. Fuck ELP's neck up. Go for the neck. Go for the neck. Shoulders. Fuck his neck up. All right. So we don't know that yet. But TJP, what's he doing quite often in this match? He's going for that neck. He's going for the neck and shoulders of El Phantasmo, and this is a pretty good match. I'm not sure I want like title matches like this, like maybe to open the show. It's a bit weird. ELP needs a feud, please, and I think he's going to get it by the time this is done. This is really fucking fun, smooth ass wrestling. Maybe a little too smooth at times. I like some smoothness, but I also like it to be a little rough around the edges. So it's still really nice to see these guys just kind of float in midair and collide against each other and all that kind of stuff. It's great, but the whole time I'm watching this, I'm like, I wanted the Great-O-Khan match. But this is all right. So TJP must have fucked him up so bad that I didn't expect to finish like this. All right. So I guess we're going to heat up TJP and make him look strong because TJP goes for a pin. ELP kicks out and then kind of rolls him up into a kind of crucifix pin and traps TJP. 1, 2, 3. ELP retains his title. And there's not much to that. It doesn't even look like it went anywhere near the 15-minute mark either. So it was pretty short on the scale of TV title matches. Like I feel like Wato got more time than fucking TJP did.
I think there's more going on there, maybe.
Yeah.
Because so this match is fantastic.
Yeah.
Awesome, and it's going great. And TJP goes for a Pinoy stretch, and ELP reaches out his arm, and it's perfect. He's about to touch the ropes. TJP grabs his arm and pulls it in the stretch, and it maybe comes out of socket or something like that because the rest of the match is weird. All of a sudden ELP's acting like he's really scared, really injured, a lot like Newman was in that match that we didn't like with Naito, where it was like, I didn't like how, if this was not real injury, which I don't want anybody to be injured. That was a little much on the selling. It was over the top. There's an injury scare, and then it looks like they go home after some flip. They do some, instead of, if it's ELP and you tell him to go home, well, that's going to be 10 steps from now, regardless of how hurt he is. You know what I mean? If you tell Hulk Hogan to go home, he's just going to pin the nearest
leg drop's coming out right now.
Yes, exactly. So I think that's what happened. Is that he got hurt. And they didn't want to change the finish because they had something else going on afterwards, right?
Yeah, they did. So this you are right. It doesn't hit the 15-minute mark, which is weird because, all right, you'd think you'd get a bit more because even Wato got close to there's 20 seconds left, all that kind of stuff.
It ended abruptly,
it did. Yeah, so. It's. like you see the pin and you're just like, really? TJP couldn't kick out of that? Oh, okay. Yeah, it definitely felt like that. Also, some people are such good salesmen that like El Fantasmo is, that I wasn't sure for a little while. Like, is
So
he
I'm
fucked?
saying.
Or yeah, so
I don't like it. Like I think he had an injury scare. Like maybe his shoulder came out and went right back in, or maybe he felt something wasn't right there,
yeah,
and he freaked out, and then the rest of the match happened the way it did. I don't know. I hope he's okay. I don't want him, but at the same time, I don't want selling like that. That's too
no,
much, man. Too much. It
yeah.
hurt my heart.
Young me would have lapped this shit up. Middle aged me is like, look, I can see what you're doing, and it's good. Don't do it fucking again, please. Yeah, that's the older I get, the more I'm like, hey, look after yourselves, boys. It's all good.
ELP is someone's son. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
but yeah, Great O'Con is not done though, right?
Nah, man. Because hey, there was a bit of a plan here. Oh, by the way, I have a note here. This is so Great O'Khan goes to look at stare down El Phantasmo. My note here says, I wish he'd turn heel.
You're like Chris Charlton in your notes.
Yeah. Except I don't say it out loud.
Yeah.
Fucking Bobby Heenan shit all fucking night.
Yeah, it was pretty
There's
bad.
one part in particular I'm just like, man, he just mentioned this. We'll talk about that because that's.
Yeah, so what does Great O'Khan do?
Oh, he's like, he gives El Phantasmo a TTD. Boom. And fist bump with TJP, like, hey, this is our plan.
Yeah.
Right before Chris goes, hey, did they plan this?
Yeah.
I don't know if he said that, but he
right
kind of
after
does like that all night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right after he said it. Yeah.
So they fist bump and the crowd's booing. They're like, boo, boo. And I'm like, yeah, we need more heels because there's fucking 50 nerds and they're all aligned in team affiliated.
It's an army of nerds. There's hundreds of nerds.
You don't have that many faces all in one group.
Yeah.
I'm like, that doesn't work for me.
That's the alignments, groups and alignments are all the same pretty much in New Japan.
Some of those nerds are going to betray them and become jocks, as it were. And then in case everyone hasn't realized that Great O'Khan is now a douchebag heel, he picks El Phantasmo up, hits another fucking PTD on him, and he's like, hey, I'm next for that title, bitch. Like,
he talks a bunch of shit. And then ELP sells to the back like a fucking boss, which I love that. But okay, so I like that a lot. Like as far as the before the injury thing, I liked it. After that, it was weird, but I like the Great O'Khan's an asshole because asshole Great O'Khan's fun. So
yeah, it's great.
Next, Luke, we have a match that I was worried about a little bit because we had seen this Tanahashi versus Makabe match, and it was a disaster. It was the worst Tanahashi match I've ever seen.
Yeah,
and so and I mean.
How many times have we ragged on a Tanahashi match? Like,
not very often, right? So I'm calling this the last in a lifetime match. It's Bread versus the Ace, all right? And Chris Charlton does a filibuster at the moment that Mr. Bread comes out to the moment Tanahashi is posing and the bell's about to ring. He talks the whole time, and it's like, okay, All Japan. Okay, if this guy went there instead of going here, cool. Okay, you have like 8 ideas here. Let's do one. Let's do one of those ideas, all right? Not 8 of them. And when you have a match like this where it's going to be the last time some of these people see Tanahashi live, I don't know. Why are you talking over the entrance at all? So I hated that. I'll keep my...
Mention one of them and maybe sprinkle some of the other ones in during the
match. Yeah, what the fuck? So it's like, anyway, that was terrible. But this match is awesome.
Yeah,
it is awesome. I love it so much. I could, like, if I wanted to show someone a great New Japan match, this might be one. Like what's New Japan old guys up to? This is great shit, man. These guys take turns making each other just look awesome. Kojima's here to bump. Tanahashi's here to bump. Bread gets machine gun chops, a lot of them. Bread gets the "I'm coming for you, bastard" clean, no issues, which is rare. And
We're
so
doing all the hits tonight. Yep.
yeah, we're gonna do it. But it's funny. Someone on commentary says, they're not just playing the hits tonight, and then that's what they do. But Tanahashi hits a bunch of dragon screws. Bread hits a brain buster, and it's awesome looking. They have a big strike battle, and Tanahashi hits the big slap, and Kojima makes him eat the baguette of death. It's great. And if you go back and watch All Japan matches, like the ones that people are, love, like, Kawada versus this guy, I'm not real smart when it comes to the names, but those guys, if you go back and watch them, it's like this. This is what that's like, except really stiff. It's the same thing, except just really fucking stiff. And this match feels great. It's not silky smooth. It's just guys going in there trying to fight. And it's not fast. It's just awesome. I really like that. But anyway, so we get 2 butterfly flows. Tanahashi pins Bread. I don't care. I love the match. They like bow to each other, and there's all this respect after the match and shit. And that is how you do that kind of match.
That's how you fucking do it, right? I know I ragged on Tanner and I said, fuck you, I hope Bread wins. And yeah, I did. But that was never going to happen. This is like Tanner taking his lap. Hey, Kojima's going to take his lap in a year or two probably anyway, so that's fine. And this was all the hits and stuff. And I don't need someone to tell me that. I already had it in my notes. Like, shut the fuck up. I know how to make commentary better. If Chris ain't going to listen to us, I know how to make commentary better. Don't give him the fucking sheet that gives you all the fucking finishes.
Right.
All story shit that's going to fucking happen. Don't tell him a fucking thing. Have him just go out there and just do it. And you're like, oh, but what's he going to say if he can't think of all that? Well, he knows all the history, so he can say all that shit.
Maybe say what's already happened, not what's going to happen.
Yes.
Come on.
Stop showing me how omniscient you are. Stop fucking pointing out that this shit's scripted. It's King of Sports, like give me that sport feel in the comment. Yeah. Like, all right, so I'm able to most of the time just kind of tune it off because I'm focused more on the wrestling. But Jesus Christ, there's some fucking shit that really annoys me.
It was bad. It was bad on this night, yeah.
All right, so next we have Taka Michinoku, Taichi, and Yu Uemura. Taka Taichi, yay, versus Chase Owens, Bad Luck Fale, and Sonata. Right, so
awesome. I love this match. It's so awesome.
This starts on like really pissing me off, like from after the finish, and then something happens, even though it's Heenan, at least on English. And then I'm like, you know what? That's actually kind of cool because of who's involved. But what is this match? Oh, this match is fuck just 4 guys, just 3 guys, however many guys are in it. This is the breakdown. This is the end of so many guys because the Bullet Club boys just fucked them up. It's all there is to it, man. They just beat the shit out of these guys. Just all 3 of them. They're not fucking around. Fale, Sonata, and Chase. Nah. Bye, just 3 pieces of shit. That's pretty much what Bullet Club think of these 3 guys. Just fuck them up. And Chase, no, he's not fucking playing either. Package pile driver on Tucker. 1, 2, 3. They all get up, and it's fucking beatdown city. Fucking overkill beatdown city. And I'm getting a little excited, not because they're getting beat down. We get that fucking reverse low pop-up low blow by Sonata on Yuya. Fucking Sonata is more Sonata, who's been pretty fucking like chill, and whose side is he on? Like most of this tour. Well, one side he isn't on. That's just 3, 4 fucking how many guys? Why? Because he's very motivated in this to beat the shit out of all of them, nut shot him, lay him out. Like, yeah. I don't know. I like this heel Sonata. Like when he decides to fuck you up, you're getting fucked up. That's all
before we move on to what happens with the save and all that, just the match itself is pretty awesome. There's some great shit in here. Sonata's wearing his guitar pedal themed jacket out to the ring.
Yes.
He needs to move to an electric guitar. He needs to bring an electric guitar out, right? I mean, that'd be way better. The acoustic doesn't really. You can't plug that into his jacket, so it doesn't make any sense. I mean. But this is great. At one point, Fale tries to sumo with Taichi, and Taichi, they milk it for like 30 seconds of him going, whoa, 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 and then finally he gets him. That shit was so awesome. Also, Sonata and Yuya wrestle in this match, and there are moments where like Yuya is just floating in the air. Like he does an up and over that's just like, up and over in the corner. Very basic move. He floats and lands like light as a feather. And it is like, wow, I want to see these guys wrestle. I'm sure they're gonna, but man, that was
and they also have,
shit,
like, he beat Sonata in the first round.
I want to see him wrestle
like,
again.
I want to see him again. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And they might, no, it's really fun stuff. I love Just Three Guys, but I'm getting excited for the beatdown only because I know someone's going to come out and save them, and I'm like, Doki, or a new member of joining the guys. No, it's the fucking nerds led by Tanahashi, and I'm like, no, I don't want them to be saved by the nerds, and there's no more guys, and my T-shirt doesn't matter no more. Get out of here.
There's really only one nerd in this group. I mean, Tanahashi's kind of like president of the nerds. It's Yoshihashi, and he is talking shit. Ishii's out there and Desperado's with them too. They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
So,
all right. So, yeah, every bunch of nerds has their token, like, awesome guys. I guess Ishii and Despi are two of them. And, all right. So, Despi, who's got a bit of a love for Taka and Taichi, he's out there making the save. Cool.
They start playing grab ass. They're like playing grab ass with each other.
Remember when we used to be friends? A long time ago, we used to be friends.
I love that.
That's Taichi and Despi giving each other hugs post-match. But, all right, the biggest moment is, and it's fucking spoiled right before it happens, is Ishii's there looking like a grumpy piece of shit. Like, I hate everyone who... Tanahashi made me come out here and make a save. I'd rather beat him up. He's got that face on. Looking at Taichi going... Ishii's never shaken hands before.
He says, Ishii doesn't shake hands. He doesn't do handshakes. That's what he says.
You say that after he shakes the fucking hand. Or as he's doing it, not beforehand. What do you...
He does that, and that was after Tanahashi had shaken Taichi's hand, which is fucking weird. And man, there was a whole summer where Tanahashi got his legs destroyed by Taichi and Zack Sabre Jr.
Oh, dude, it's water under the leg bridge now. But anyway, the moment is great, even though Bobby Heenan just kind of jumped in there and just fucking spoiled it for me. Because Ishii shakes Taichi's hand, and I mark out. Though I'm simultaneously pissed off, which is not what New Japan wants me to be. They want me to mark out because that moment's awesome.
When you start watching Ishii, on Japanese, that's
I like Walker. I don't know. I know.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like no matter how awesome he is, if you got guys like, okay, not only is Guy screaming things out right before they happen, like he's a child, but also then he sings over the theme song. And it's not funny anymore. You know what I mean? It's just not funny anymore. It's like, well, this is a joke. I see. Okay,
So yeah, just however many guys they join Hontai Nerds, but I'm all right because Taichi and Ishii are bros, and I want that tag team, or I want them to team up a couple times. That'd be fucking awesome. Now, all right, I've got nothing against them, but I guess I do. I didn't want them to be saved by the nerds, but there's something cool out of it. The Ishii handshake, things like that. Despi rejoining his buddies and hugging them and stuff. My problem is there's too many people in Hontai. There's too many nerds. And some of these nerds need to look at these nerds and turn on the other nerds. There needs to be a civil nerd war or something.
Well, we just got started,
I know, but when there's an army of faces, you might as well all the heels. They're fucked. Like House of Torture, they're just gonna get swarmed by 20 dudes now. That's what's going on. Too many faces.
Tanahashi is circling the wagons here. He's trying to unite New Japan. And he's going to do that with as many people as he can. Now, that doesn't mean that Just Five Guys is gone. That doesn't mean that they're not going to come out to the Just Five Guys theme anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not coming out to the Young Lion theme. You know what I mean? So it's like I think we're still going to be okay. But the idea is that, he's standing there in the corner as all this is happening, beaming.
He's affiliating all the groups.
He is the fucking unaffiliated. He's making them affiliated. This is team affiliated. So,
Oh, big time.
and after, the hands of the emperor are shaken by Tanahashi and Ishii and various others, Taichi takes his pants off.
That's right. And then Yuya pulls the pants over his legs. He doesn't put them on. And then when the part of the song comes up again, he's like, "Yay!" He throws me in. This is going to be my rule from now on. If Walker's by himself, that means a wrestler will join him later. I'm on English from now on. That's when I'm doing English. If Chris is there, I'm just going to switch to Japanese. Hell, it might actually help me learn Japanese a bit faster anyway. So
it definitely enhances the viewing as well, just because you got to figure everything out on your own, and you're not being spoon-fed shit, because it's a lot more fun to think about it when you're watching it and figure it out as it's happening. So it's almost like there's no commentary, which is what I wish we could get, so.
Of course. There's some awesome stuff here on this show. If anyone hasn't watched it for some reason, they're listening to us and you want to watch this show, do the Japanese, man.
Do that. And then you won't have to remember us complaining constantly. So
right.
But next week we have a match. It's Hiromu Naito. He's back, and Bushi versus Bag and Newman on the Cobb.
Yeah, it's Bag for life.
So LIJ, they beat up Bag with their stupid tag team moves, and then they beat up Cobb, and then Cobb gets some time to beat up and ridicule Naito with his professional wrestling, which is great. There's heat on Naito. Hiromu gets a hero's welcome and a hero tag in with all kinds of stuff on Newman, and that's good shit. Bag almost pins Hiromu. What are we doing? What are we doing here? So this is a fun match, though. Bag tries sliced bread, and Walker calls it Jacob's Ladder, and I piss myself laughing. That's probably the actual name of the move, and that's pretty silly. So anyway, we got to come up with something for Bag. What would a Bag climb? What would be a long bag? What would be a tall? What is it called when a bag flips over? I don't know. We'll have to come up with that. So but anyway, that was funny. And then Hiromu makes Bag tap the fuck out. Newman and Cobb are tag team now. They're like, hey, we want the tag titles. We do, even though Bag just tapped out. So
Bag definitely taps out. There's one fucking spot that makes me laugh, right? And Cobb catches Bag. Like he's got Bag like this, like he's about to do bar moves.
Like he's a bag.
Yeah, like he's a bag, right? And then Hiromu bounces off the ropes and then jumps like above Bag to do a crossbody. So it's like a double crossbody onto Cobb. And I just pissed myself laughing. I miss that man. I have missed this man big time. So that was a lot of fun. And I don't mind getting an LAJ Callum on the Cobb tag team match for the titles. That sounds like a fun time to me.
And will be there, and it'll keep Naito from being Naito. So
right, yeah, I think so. And also Cobb's there to keep Naito. Like Cobb will just be like, "Oh, you're not going to do that for me? I'm a brick shit house. You're doing it." Yeah, so it's happening, and I'm looking forward to it. Yes, please. And speaking of things that I like and are fun, we get this fucking team that I'm like, oh my god, yeah, I know this man is a shifty looking asshole, but he fits in with this group, and he has a ready-made nickname of Muscle Chihuahua. Please, as soon as I saw it, I was like, please, I want more of this team. As soon as they're just walking out, and I'm just like, oh my god, it's Ishimori, Drilla Maloney, and Gabriel Kidd, and I'm just like, oh, this is fucking cool. This is the coolest team I can think of. The coolest fucking six-man in New Japan right now. I'm just like, this is it. Oh my god.
Do you think the stank belts maybe will lose?
Oh yeah,
some stank. We'll see.
They're gonna put some good stank on these belts. And they're wrestling who? Oh, it's House of Torture. It's Sho. It's Yujiro. It's Ren Narita. The chemistry with these six men is fun as hell. And I know, I don't mind feuds that go on for a while, but sometimes, and it's not always their fault, but sometimes House of Torture are in a feud, and I'm just like, I'm ready for them to wrestle other people. And it's usually not because of them. It's usually because of the fucking people they're wrestling. I'm like, You've beaten these nerds up enough. Beat us some other nerds up, please, House of Torture. But this feud between House of Torture and the War Dogs, hook it up to my veins. I guess that's what they want us to do. Anyway, it's working for me. I'm marking out. I want this match. This match is awesome. Ren, he doesn't have to do much, does he? He's getting booed big time. Fucking Ishimori's getting cheered like a face. Have you ever heard that before? It's Ishimori. He's a prick.
He took all the heat in the match. So
he always
like
has one of those like I just stole your girl kind of smiles as well when he does heel shit. You know, like this is Ishimori. Oh, but he's barking it up with the other War Dogs. I'm having such a great time, and this time, unlike other matches, guess what we see? We get the heroes getting some fucking revenge. And there's a fucking proper finish in this match as well. There is a bloody cross on show. And then Driller just deadlift picks up so from that bloody cross.
That's great.
Driller killer. And then the War Dogs are like, oh, we want the Stank Golds. And I'm like, yeah. Yep, I actually want that Stank Belt match. Like, yeah, please.
Baloney got the mic and he invoked the bodies and gold mantra thing. And I like this match a lot. It was I really like Ishimori was great. He took all the heat in the match, but I really like Dan Baloney versus Show. That was fucking fun stuff, man. I also like that. So here comes Push Up Bra, right? But no, War Dogs handle that. Here comes Pimp Cane. No problem. They handle that. Huge lariat from Kid on Show. And then that leads to the sequence you talked about at the end. That was, I don't know. They whooped their ass. They made their point. And they, House of Torture can't weasel out of this. They're going to have this match, right? So.
Yeah, that's right. In fact, War Dogs are wearing the titles too. And the House of Torture, they're like, you know what? You can keep a hold of them for us. We'll come back and get them later. That's
great. Just keep them shined up for us. So, well, next the doors open. We can see like the side doors open. It's like it's lit from inside, but it's dark on the inside. Smoke rolls out, and a man in black pants and silver shoes walks into the arena, and his name is Marty Asami, and he is here to ref the next match. It's Evil and Kanemaru versus Suji and Shingo, and they attack. They beat up LIJ. Shingo gets the better of Evil, though, with the help of Marty, actually, on the hold my leg spot. We get dick-to-dick contact on Suji again. Whiskey, but no! Gene Blast, and Suji pins Kanemaru, and he spits the whiskey as he's, like, falling down. It's funny. Evil Dick kills Suji after the match, and Evil holds up the title. I will win it, you see.
Yep. Hook that up to my veins. All right. Commentary make a really good point. Actually think I think it's Walker as well that makes this point. Yeah, you're thinking to yourself like, hasn't Evil got better shit to do? No offense, I want this Yoda match, but with the Bullet Club stuff, like the fighting for supremacy of all, right? So why is he going after fucking Yoda Tsuji? Oh, he pinned him in the tournament, eliminated him, but also, who started this title? David Finlay. Who loves that title and wishes he still had it? And whose baby is it? David Finlay. Why does Evil want it? Because it was David Finlay's. I think Walker makes that point, and I'm just like, fuck, I didn't think of that. That's probably why the prick wants that belt, and also because it's a title. But yeah, that was I'm like, yeah, I want more of that. Not more of, I wonder if it's going to be a Gene Blast. It's a Gene Blast. That kind of, that's me, and they're doing an example. But, yeah, we're doing stuff tonight that's making me really excited for the future. And it doesn't stop. I think this match is lots of fun as well. And it's even got, like, one dude in it I don't like. It is El Desperado, Bolton Oleg, and Goto, the fucking champion, versus Hartley Jackson, Ryohei Iwa, and Zack Sabre Jr. Hey, Chumpy's still out here for this. Yes.
All right. Did you think Goto is like, let me book myself with the cool kids tonight? Is that what's going on?
Yeah,
think it's
let's
cool.
let's actually have a cool match in one of the tags and all
It's
that kind of
funny.
stuff.
He's trying to get the rub from them, not the other way around. He's the champion
Yeah.
in my head canon,
Oh,
anyways.
dude, it's same headcanon right here, right?
That's
Because
funny.
like even like a couple months ago, I would have been like, oh, it's El Desperado tagging with two nerds. No, it's Despy and Oleg tagging with a nerd who's the champion somehow. And this is fucking great fun. Why I want to see Rio Iwa versus Bolton Oleg. Please and thank you. How do I get
Man.
to this match? Either have them in the same block of the G1 or have Rio Iwa beat the shit out of Takeshita for the never open gold. Boom. Who's his first challenger? Oh, it's fucking Bolton Oleg. That's in my fantasy dream book. I wrote that. It's there.
Okay.
Please give me
Wow.
that. These
They
two
they did some
look like
awesome
fun.
mat wrestling. And I
Dude,
was like,
yeah.
where has this been?
This whole mat stuff.
Since when? Like, and it's fucking great. What's going on
Yeah.
here?
Yeah. I'm watching these two going like, can you guys not tag anyone, please? Like, I'm pretty
Mysterious.
happy with this.
Uh,
There's a fucking funny moment right near the start, right? Because, hey, Despy's getting beat up. And he goes to roll out of the ring. Well, Iwa rolls Despy back in the ring, but someone's tagged out, and Despy on the mat looks up and Hartley's there, and he's like, "Nah," and he tries to roll back out. He don't want a piece of that. So Iwa just pushes him back in because now you're getting beat up by Hartley. It's happening, mate. It's happening. Which leads to the Team DK boys, including Zach, beating up Despy. It's fucking funny. Oh my god, I like that kind of shit. And Despy gets tortured for a while. I really had a great fun time with this. I see Jackson and Goto, and I'm like, all right, I know where this is heading. But you know what? It's a good time anyway. And hey, Hartley gets to beat up the champ for a little bit. I'm cool with that. But reverse GTR and a GTR. And Goto pins Hartley Jackson, and I had a really good time, even though that was the finish. Yeah, I was just in a mood for watching wrestling that night, I guess, which is what they want.
It was good.
I don't know.
This was, I mean, Zack Sabre Jr. is in there with bars, and he's taking the shimmy shake and all that stuff, and like, there was a long sequence with El Desperado and Zach going hold for hold. That was fucking great.
It's kind of art, man.
There's no Yo in this match. I mean, there's a lot of positives to this match. I'm just saying,
I haven't seen Yo all tour.
Well, Bars he participated in the War Drums, but El Desperado is about to, but then they get destroyed. And then I was thinking, do you think Yo likes defiant jazz? You ever heard of that genre?
No.
No. Okay. One day you'll hear about it.
Is it like one step below scat?
No, it's something from a TV show that one day you'll watch and you'll get it. So anyway,
right.
But I really like that. Also, there was a really long triangle fight where Bars is like, "I'm gonna power bomb you," and Zack Sabre Jr. is like, "I'm gonna triangle you," and it goes on for a while and it's great. And guess who wins? Bars. He gets the power bomb. He gets over on Zack Sabre Jr. Zack Sabre Jr. is using the equity that he like stored up being champion. He's using that to put other guys over, and I like it. It's nice.
Yeah.
So
it's good stuff, man.
Yeah. Next, Luke, we get a video package, and it is a David Finley's gonna win video package, is what it is. Now, I woke up early and I watched this live so that I could see it because I didn't want to have to stay off the internet all day at work because I didn't want to get spoiled. This was the one match I figured I would need to watch. So I watched it live, and then I went back and watched it again because this match is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tremendous, man. This is a New Japan main event. That's what this is. And it is just fantastic. So, there's nothing special about the entrances necessarily. It's all just, normal kind of stuff except for the video package. And we get a big shine for Shota to start. He's beating up David Finley all over the place. But then David Finley starts hitting some big moves. Shota becomes more and more kind of unraveled at the beginning of the match, too, where he's just like, it's like he's starting to get upset, a little bit. And slowly but surely, though, the crowd starts to get behind him. And that is another part of this match that is like masterful, is that it's like no one wants to cheer for Shota. By the end, you're like, I mean, Shota should win this. You know what I mean? It's like they convinced me. So, but I'm glad, we'll see who won. But
Yeah.
that was really cool. So Shota focuses on Finley's knee, and that comes in handy later because that's how he hits you in the face, is with his knee. There's a big Irish curse backbreaker for Finley, but his knee's all fucked up. That is his finishing knee. So we get a cactus clothesline, and it's time for guardrail spots, and they're insane. Then Finley throws Shota into the ring post and hits an Uranagi through Abe's ring and ring timekeeper table.
And we get a replay for that, and I'm just like, that's a fucking huge Uranagi. Oh my God.
That was fantastic. And it didn't look like that hard for Finley. He's like just doing this stuff easy at this point. It's great. So he stops the count and goes to get Shota, but it's just to power bomb him into the ring post. Like he's going to roll him in, but he's like, no, he just power bombs him. And Shota gets all fired up, but has no gas. And he takes, what does it say? It says he takes a bunch of sticks. I think he means strikes, but he's smiling. Yeah. But he's smiling when he's taking them. So the thing I was talking about earlier where he's unraveling and starting to go nuts. Here it is. He's going nuts. He likes the violence now. And Finley beats his motherfucking ass.
Finley beats his ass so bad that I'm like, oh no, Shooter's winning this, isn't he?
Yeah.
That made me believe in many ways.
We get some really interesting crucifix position counters that are different in this match. That's neat. There's a mass superplex for 2 from Shota, big drop kick and enziguri though. There's a lariat war and it's fucking stiff and nice. Then Finley hits a spear, right? And that's important because that's the first spear of the match. Will he go back to that? Well, we'll see. So he hits the buckle bomb, but Shota gets 2 power bombs for 2 and they're nasty. It's great. So huge lariat for 2 from Shota, and he thought he was going to win right there, and the crowd did too. But Finley picks him up, Dominator, but then Stun Dog Millionaire from Shota Umino. That was cool. Or Stunner thingy, you know what it is. But and we get one of the greatest spots that you can see. It's just one of the greatest spots you could possibly see. So Finley goes in for a spear, all right, and gets absolutely kneed out of the air by Shota Umino. It looks awesome. To anyone who watched that, who hasn't watched wrestling before, or doesn't know it's fake, they would think that Finley just got his face caved in. But it's also extremely safe. He doesn't hit him in the face. He doesn't even hit him in the head. Hits him in the shoulder, right where the spear is, and then Finley kind of flips out of the way and lands perfectly safely on his back. And It is one of my favorite spots ever in a match. What
you say all the time? That looked like it hurt like hell, but it looked like shit.
Right.
What's the opposite of that?
This, yeah. It looked like it killed somebody, but it was totally safe and awesome spot that they will go back to in future matches.
I'm sure. Please, yes.
That's going to happen to Shota's going to have to teach him Finley's going to have to teach Shota how to take that bump at some point. So anyway, that was awesome. Great spot of the match. But and then there's a big lariat for near fall into oblivion for 2. Then we get some roll ups and a power bomb, but from Finley, and then another and an overkill, and it's over. Finally, Finley wins. There are some roll up attempts right before that, I guess. I don't know, but that was a tremendous main event, tremendous match. And the end of this match in particular is it doesn't get much better than that, man. It is awesome.
Edge my seat, man.
What'd you think of that? Yeah.
I love this match. And Charity's like, you love that match because Shota lost. I'm like, yeah, that might be part of it. She was in the room reading while I was watching this match. And I did jump out of my seat and mark out when I saw that last overkill 1, 2, because there's been a lot of kickouts. 3, yes! Oh, I must love the overkill, the name. That album rules, by the way. These guys, man, they don't need to go to the gym because whatever that much the other guy weighs, they spent the last 30 minutes just continuously picking each other up and power bombing or moving each other. Dude, both of them.
Right.
Both of them are going, bang, oh, bang. And I'm just like, this is fucking awesome. Oh my God. I'm going to powerbomb you into this. I'm going to powerbomb you into this. I'm going to powerbomb you into this. I'm going to powerbomb you twice. I'm going to powerbomb you twice. Oh my God. This is so fucking cool.
A lot of power bombs. A lot of power bombs. Could have mixed in a suplex here and there. You know what I mean? But that's okay. That's okay.
That's all right. I'm like, look, I'm all right with it. Like, yeah, all right, Shooter. Pull out some more matches like this, and I won't be so annoyed with you. This is the fucking.
Awesome.
This is the main event you want for your tournament to end on. It was great. As soon as Finley wins, the guy with the trophy is about to be like, "Yay, you got the trophy!" He's like, "Fucking give me that and fuck off."
Yeah, War Dogs show up with a bottle of champagne.
Oh my God!
And
I just
and they look like douchebags.
Look like dags, especially a kid who's coming out with hat, sunglasses, a towel over him. He's still got his trunks on. He's got a fucking champagne.
If you saw those people somewhere, like you got on a train and they were sitting in there, I mean, I would get off the train immediately.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Can you turn your music down? What'd you say? You're getting thrown.
Gato's like, motherfucker, you know. you know he's there too. So he was so proud. You know, his guy won the New Japan Cup just like he drew it up. He's, you know, they get the confetti and everything. Finley talks shit on the mic, and oh man, I thought that was a really good end to a New Japan Cup that was okay, but that ending kind of made the cup, right? You know, I don't know.
Absolutely. And I think it makes more sense, especially with Sakura Genesis, and then after that, Dontaku coming up to, hey, have your Bullet Club leader doing some cool shit. So that's what they're doing, and it just makes sense, and that's where we're going. And so Sakura Genesis, I think, will be those two mixing it up. Goto and oh, by the way, he tells Goto to get his fucking old ass up here, doesn't he? Get your old ass in the ring.
Yeah,
go to a revolution. Well, you can't have a revolution without a rebel, bitch.
Yeah, that's right.
And you know,
so I thought of that earlier. In case I won.
That's right.
Goto's looks on his face, the way that he reacts to Finley, it is like, Goto, you are not that cool, buddy. You know, he's just like, who's this guy? Ugh. It's like that picture that I have of Goto with the drinking the wine with like his pinky up. It's like that. That's how he acts to any, you know, to the War Dogs. And it's like, man, who do you think you just got the title? You just got it, right? Don't act, don't act like you've had it for 10 years or something like that. That's how he's acting. So I hope they kick his ass.
I'm Okada now. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you beat Yuji Nagata. He's the oldest person in the world.
He's the oldest 56-year-old, and you just be well done, mate. Well fucking done. Yeah. I'm looking down, everyone, because it's anticipation for what I'm about to do. I'm just going to read out a diary. That was a really fucking awesome show, by the way, start to finish.
And
was there little the only nitpick complaints I have? All right. Honto's too big, but yeah, there's going to be a story about it. There has to be. But the only nitpicks I have were Chris Charlton
on the
just fucking spoiling shit right before they happen. Dude, say it after they happen. Ishii shakes Taichi's hand. That's when you say Ishii never shakes hands. This is a big deal. That's when you say it.
Right.
After it's happened. Fuck me. Well, stop doing it beforehand.
Because you shouldn't know. You know, but yeah, it was a great cup. I had a blast, man, and that was our 6th New Japan Cup we've covered. So pretty cool. Yeah. We are awesome.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, of course.
I'm very
love the sound of our own voices combined to do this podcast. Yes, so we're gonna
never rope. Yeah, it's
never
like the intro. Podcast.
Rope and podcast.
Yeah, well. Here's a little you know, behind the curtain thing about the intro song is that like, you know, voice that you hear is a combination of my voice, my buddy's voice, and your voice singing the lyrics. That's why it sounds so like, is this Luke? Who is that's why it sounds like that. And it's kind of cool.
Fucking sweet. So we have a diary. I don't know if I've read any of this gentleman's diaries before, but it is episode 6, and it's entitled "Sliding In." And there's a photo of
Is it
some
Marty?
dude.
It's got to be Marty's, right?
Look, no offense to Marty, we love him, but it's cooler. He's cooler than Marty. It is Kosai Fujita.
Oh, okay.
And,
All
and
right.
he's
Sliding
sitting on a
in.
motorbike with his back to us. Looks like a Harley as well. This is dated January 23rd, 2025.
Okay.
Hey, whoever's been doing the dates on these things finally fixed them, because a lot of these diary entries have been saying 2024.
That's right.
All right. Just made the posting deadline. I'd like to write about motorcycles this time. I started riding motorcycles when I was a young lion. I've always wanted to own one myself, so I saved up some money and bought myself a Dragster 400. The body is sexy, cool, and awesome. That's how you do it, yo. One day I want to drive a car and own a car. It would be nice to one day own a car. Whereas Vegeta's like, I wanted a motorcycle, so I fucking saved and bought one. The end.
Right.
Actually, not the end. There's more. He shows you a fucking photo of his cool ass fucking motorcycle right there. I'm like, okay. Oh, damn, I want to sit on the back of that thing. When I ride my bike.
You want to ride bitch? Ride bitch with Fujita? Yeah, man.
Goddamn right I do.
Me too,
put in the Heisenberg line of "you goddamn right," and then cut the Breaking Bad music. Yeah, when I ride my bike, I don't like to ride for a specific purpose. I just I like to just ride, stopping at random cafes, going into nice general stores, or just keep riding and think about wrestling. I am 22 years old and living a life that made me think that it's always better to experience things early. When I have time, I'll post some photos from my touring trips again. And here's a photo of him drink with this huge ass bottle of alcohol. I don't know what it is, but he's doing this as he holds it up. Hey, he's doing the loser thing. I don't know if I did it backwards or not. Who cares? And then that's it. That's it. That's his whole diary entry. His whole diary entry is like, I've got a cool motorcycle, motherfuckers, and I like to go places on it because I can. Short,
there is a problem,
sweet, and cool.
Here's the problem: is that he tells us about how he rides his motorcycle and just thinks about wrestling, but he won't tell us about wrestling.
No, what are you thinking about?
They never want to tell us about wrestling, so I get it. But that was a good diary. I like that he has the American spirit. It's like Easy Rider. He rides a motorcycle. Yeah. He doesn't have a place he's going. He's just riding.
What are you rebelling against?
Yes.
What do you got? That's Vegeta right there. Young punk, baby.
Yeah. Is he gonna? Is he's a rebel too? The world needs a rebel. TMDK needs a rebel. Yikes!
It's definitely Vegeta. Yeah. Junior tag champ Vegeta, who's having a match with Ishimori and Robbie X.
Yeah, Robbie X.
But yeah,
hopefully he shows up for the Road 2. But we will be talking about Road 2 Sakura Genesis and the Sakura Genesis preview kind of thing probably next week sometime. So
absolutely. So yeah, that's that's the New Japan Cup, everyone. I had a pretty good time, and as I said, the only niggling, annoying complaint I had involved someone channeling the energies of Bobby the Brain Heenan's heel turn. When Hogan turns heel, everyone knows that moment is the most probably famous commentary of all time. But which side is he on? Is not what you're supposed to suspect, right there, Heenan. Thank you. Yeah, everyone knows.
It sucks because it's like Bobby Heenan's like the greatest commentator ever, and like he's just screwed up. Yeah. He screwed up that one time.
It's one of the famous moments of wrestling history. Yeah. Yep. He definitely. Because I remember, I can always just imagine right after he says that, Tony Schiavone's just like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Hey, Bobby. Shut up.
I like Bobby Heenan wrestling matches. If you've never seen a Bobby Heenan wrestling match, they are fucking awesome. And I mean, when he was he used to be a wrestler, but I mean, like when he was a manager, and every once in a while, some like babyface would finally pin him down, and like he'd beat his guy, so that means he gets 5 minutes alone in the ring with Bobby Heenan, and Bobby Heenan has to wrestle. He bumps like he's fucking Mr. Perfect. It's awesome, dude. Awesome.
That actually sounds like a good time.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
good times. So.
All right. I might actually have to YouTube some of that. All right. Wow. It's it's only just past 9 a.m. for me, and I've got the whole day ahead of me. I've already podcasted. Oh my god. And never open in Gato we trust. Mother